The Last of Us Part 2 Remaster rumors come back again, Sony rebrands Bravia Core as a PS Plus benefit, a recap of PlayStation Indie Day, and Cyberpunk 2077 reaches a huge milestone. All that and more in today's PlayStation news. Let's get to them. Recent developments on LinkedIn have added weight to the long-standing rumors of a PlayStation 5 remaster for The Last of Us Part 2. A Naughty Dog developer's job description was spotted by eagle-eyed fans, where the developer initially mentioned overseeing the production of outsourced assets for both The Last of Us Part 1 and The Last of Us 2 Remaster. However, this reference to the remastered version of Part 2 was later removed. While Naughty Dog has not officially confirmed a PS5 upgrade for the game, there is a history of the studio enhancing and porting The Last of Us, and it's not the first time we hear this, as it was also mentioned by composer Gustavo Santaolalla in a previous interview, and it has been speculated since Sony removed the PS5 patch features video. With the success of the series and the HBO adaptation, the possibility of a more substantial PS5 upgrade and even a PC port for the divisive sequel is increasingly likely, given Sony's inclination toward premium PS5 upgrades. In related Naughty Dog news, Anders Howard, the principal monetization designer for Naughty Dog's multiplayer adaptation of The Last of Us, has left the studio. Howard was hired in November to design systems encouraging players to spend money on cosmetics, buffs, and other in-game items. However, his role became obsolete with the project's uncertain status and recent reports of layoffs at Naughty Dog. Howard updated his LinkedIn profile to reflect his departure this past month. This departure raises concerns about the state of Naughty Dog projects, especially as they have only been working on remasters and remakes of The Last of Us and Uncharted for PS5, with their next major game still likely several years away. Sony Pictures Core, formerly Bravia Core, has launched on PS5 and PS4, offering exclusive perks to PlayStation users, including early access to Sony Pictures films. The service allows streaming of IMAX enhanced movies, given they offer a bitrate of up to 80 MB per second, similar to the bitrate in a 4K Blu-ray movie, which is a better quality than what's offered by other services. Upon signing up for Sony Pictures Core on your PS4 or PS5, you gain access to a library of up to 2,000 movies available for purchase or rental. This includes blockbuster hits like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man No Way Home, Uncharted, and more. In select markets like the UK, France, Germany, and Japan, users can purchase specific Sony Pictures films during an exclusive early access window, starting with Gran Turismo based on a true story. Gran Turismo is already available through Sony Pictures Core in the US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, with expansion to more markets planned. Purchasing this movie also provides in-game credits for Gran Turismo 7. PlayStation Plus Premium and Deluxe members can access a curated catalog of up to 100 ad-free movies from the Sony Pictures library. Titles include Looper, Kingsley, Final Fantasy XV, Elysium, and Resident Evil Damnation. With how slow the Classics catalog rolls out, this is probably not what these users want, but it may be a nice extra perk for the price's subscription tiers. Sony Pictures Core is now accessible to PlayStation users in 23 global markets, with more being added later, and Sony also plans to include anime content from Crunchyroll in the future. In September, Baldur's Gate 3 continued to shine as it came really close to securing the top spot in the PlayStation Store PS5 download charts, firmly establishing itself as a standout RPG of the year. It impressively claimed the second position in both the North American and European charts, narrowly trailing behind NBA 2K24 and EA Sports FC 24 respectively. The PlayStation Store chart was complemented by a noteworthy lineup of new releases in September, including titles like Mortal Kombat 1, The Crew Motorfest, Payday 3, and Lies of P, all of which made their mark within the top 10. Meanwhile, sports games continue to dominate the PS4 charts, but beloved titles such as Minecraft and Grand Theft Auto 5 also maintain their strong presence. Over in the realm of VR, Crossfire Sierra Squad took the lead in the PSVR 2 charts, closely followed by Beat Saber and Pavlov VR. Finally, in the free-to-play category, Fortnite maintained its reign in both regions, with contenders like My Hero Academia Ultra Rumble, Rocket League, and Call of Duty Warzone all close behind. So it seems it was a strong month for new releases, and we'll see how they did in retail for each specific regional chart next week. Did your favorite game make the chart? Share with us in the comments. Sony held a PlayStation Indie Day yesterday, tweeting updates about upcoming games and DLC. Here's the recap. The first official expansion for Dredge, called The Pale Reach, is set to launch on November 16. This icy biome expansion will introduce players to a frozen frontier, where they can explore icy canyons, uncover the mysteries of a forgotten expedition, and confront malevolent forces lurking beneath the surface. Along with new story content, the expansion adds 11 new fish and crab species, an additional fish type, and an item to preserve catch freshness. The development team is also planning another expansion, the Iron Rig, in the future. Karmazoo, a cooperative and altruistic platformer game, offers innovative multiplayer mechanics for 2 to 10 players. Players cooperate, helping each other to score points and collect karma by using various abilities like singing, blazing, splashing, and more. The game promotes teamwork and succeeding together even when plans go bad. Additionally, a competitive party mode with minigames is included. Karmazoo launches on PS5 this November 14 with local and online play and crossplay support. The Gecko Gods, an upcoming action-adventure puzzler, is set to launch on PlayStation in 2024, made by UK developer Louis Inresin Waloszek. In this enchanting game, players become a tiny gecko on a quest to rescue a friend, exploring mysterious islands, ancient tombs, and beautiful landscapes. The title combines open-world exploration with intricate tomb puzzles, emphasizing relaxed exploration over combat, with the gecko's unique ability to climb any surface, adding depth to the gameplay. PS5 players can expect exclusive features like haptic feedback and 3D audio for an immersive experience. Saltsea Chronicles, a story-driven adventure game coming to PS5 on October 12, immerses players in the world of island communities. Drawing inspiration from real-life islands like Orkney, the game portrays the challenges and uniqueness of island life, from reliance on local resources to preserving traditions. Each island in the game has its distinct identity and features, fostering debates and shared culture among the inhabitants. The game explores themes of conflict and resolution, adaptation to change, and the dynamics of tight-knit island societies. And that's all the games detailed during the PlayStation Indie Day. Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Sony Interactive Entertainment has confirmed a data breach affecting approximately 6,800 current and former employees. The breach exploited a vulnerability in the movie file transfer platform used by Sony employees and developed by third-party vendor Progress Software. This vulnerability allowed an unauthorized actor to download files containing the personal information of employees based in the United States before the issue was discovered by Progress Software. Sony reacted swiftly, taking the platform offline, remediating the vulnerability, launching an investigation with external cybersecurity experts, and notifying law enforcement. Fortunately, the breach seems to be confined to this particular software platform and has not impacted other systems within Sony. The access data was reportedly targeted by the TLOU ransomware group, which claimed to have obtained Sony employee information. To address this, Sony is offering affected individuals free credit monitoring and identity restoration services, and advising them to remain vigilant for any signs of identity theft or fraud. This incident follows recent claims by a separate ransomware group that it had breached Sony Group and threatened to sell stolen data. Sony is actively investigating this situation and has stated that there's no evidence indicating that customer or business partner data was stored on the affected server, with no adverse impact on its operations. This is far from the PSN hack in 2011, and gladly no customer information was stolen, but it's not less serious. Fortunately, Sony is taking the steps to protect their own employees. Former Bungie HR manager Ingrid Alm has filed a lawsuit alleging retaliation and wrongful termination after reporting possible racial bias within the company. Hired in May 2022, Alm investigated a performance issue involving an employee named James Smith, the only black member of a team of 50. When she recommended diversity training for a Smith supervisor, her suggestion was met with resistance. Bungie then considered terminating Smith, which Alm opposed as racial bias. After seeking advice from Bungie's Director of Equity and Inclusion, Alm's supervisor gave her a written warning and allegedly became extremely angry. Soon after, Alm lost email and platform access and was informed her resignation was accepted, despite her intention to keep her job. She declined to sign a document stating she voluntarily resigned and received no response from the company's chief people officer. Bungie's response largely denied Alm's allegations without providing additional context. Alm's lawsuit seeks compensation for lost wages, emotional distress damages, and attorney fees, with a jury trial set for January 22, 2024. Alm's hiring at Bungie occurred 5 months after an IGN report exposed a toxic work culture, including allegations of racial and gender bias, with HR often dismissing or turning against employees who reported issues. Bungie had made efforts to address these concerns by hiring new HR staff. IGN tried to reach both Bungie and Alm for additional comments, but they didn't as of recording. Cyberpunk 2077 has reached a milestone with 25 million sales, up from 18 million last April and 20 million in September, according to CD Projekt CEO Adam Kicinski. The game was highly anticipated and sold 8 million copies via pre-orders alone, rising to 13 million during its December 2020 launch month. Additionally, its expansion Phantom Liberty sold 3 million copies in its first week after releasing on September 26, with most of them on PC and 20% on PS5. Phantom Liberty's success was partly due to the significant Update 2.0, which improved core gameplay mechanics and introduced new features. CD Projekt also confirmed that the sequel, known as Project Orion, is being developed by the team behind Phantom Liberty and Update 2.0. The sequel is still in the conceptual design phase, with development teams in North America and Poland. Activision's Call of Duty Next event showcased the upcoming Modern Warfare 3, focusing on its new Zombies mode. This iteration blends DMZ extraction with zombies in a large-scale open world within Warzone's new expansive map, accommodating both solo and squad play with matches featuring up to 8 squads of 3. With more zombies than before and special types like the Abomination, players will also face human threat from the Terminus Outcomes PMC. The map includes classic zombie elements like the Mystery Box and Pack-a-Punch, featuring a new wonder weapon called the Scorcher. Players can exfil with gear for future matches, including the iconic ray gun. Additionally, Activision and Sony have unveiled PlayStation exclusive content for Modern Warfare 3. PS4 and PS5 players who pre-order the game through the PlayStation Store will receive the Lockpick Operator pack upon its November 10 release. This exclusive DLC offers the Vanguarded Lockpick Operator skin, the American Gothic weapon blueprint, and the Starry Knife melee weapon blueprint. This announcement aligns with the long-standing partnership between Sony and Activision, granting PlayStation owners access to exclusive Call of Duty content, game modes, and early access opportunities, happening one last time before the Microsoft acquisition. Now it's time for a round of quick-fire gaming news. And speaking of the Microsoft Activision acquisition, the Redmond company is gearing up to finalize its $68.7 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard, aiming to announce the completion of the 20-month-long process next week, possibly on Friday, October 13. I wonder if they are superstitious. This move hinges on approval from the UK CMA, which had previously blocked the deal over cloud concerns. Recently, Microsoft restructured the agreement to transfer cloud gaming rights to Ubisoft, gaining preliminary approval from the CMA. While the CMA's final decision is expected soon, the FTC in the US is still appealing the deal's outcome, which could result in further legal battles. The release date for Silent Hill Ascension, an interactive streaming series, has been revealed through a Google Play Store listing. If accurate, the series will premiere on Halloween, October 31st. Ascension is a choose-your-own-adventure experience that involves global participants in decision-making that impacts the storyline. Developed in collaboration with Genvid Entertainment, Behavior Interactive, Bad Robot Games, and DJ2 Entertainment, the series follows multiple main characters tormented by terrifying Silent Hill monsters. While the details are not yet clear, leaker Dos Golem suggested that the series may be available on various platforms, including consoles, for free with optional microtransactions. Baldur's Gate 3, the highly acclaimed RPG, currently lacks a physical release on PS5, as even the already sold-out Collector's Edition included a digital copy, disappointing fans who want to display the game in their glorious collection. Despite ongoing requests from fans, developer Larian Studios has not officially announced one. However, Michael Dowse, the director of publishing at Larian Studios, recently gave some hope by hinting at the possibility of a physical release through a Twitter post. While details remain uncertain, many anticipate that a physical edition will eventually be real, possibly including the game's forthcoming expansions. Telltale Games is the latest developer to lay off employees, with the exact number undisclosed, and occurring shortly after the acquisition of UK-based studio Flavorworks. The official statement from Telltale mentioned market conditions as the reason for the layoffs, but didn't provide specifics. Former Telltale Games cinematic artist Jonah Huang confirmed the layoffs on Twitter, stating that quote-unquote most of us were affected. The new Telltale, resurrected in 2019, had previously released The Expanse, a Telltale series, but had delayed The Wolf Among Us 2 into 2024, which they say is still in production despite this news. Really sad to hear about this every week, and I hope for the best for those affected. Bandai Namco has filed a trademark for Sparking Zero in the United States, possibly indicating the title for the next entry in the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi series. In Japan, the series is known as Dragon Ball Z Sparking Series. While an official title, platforms, or release date for the game have not been announced, this trademark hints at a possible upcoming announcement for Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. A Boy and His Blob retro collection is set to launch on October 17 for PS4, PS5 and Switch, with a PC version announcement coming soon. This collection brings classic NES and Game Boy titles to modern consoles, offering quality of life improvements including trophies, aesthetic filters, and save states. And those are the PlayStation stories for today. What are your thoughts on them? Let us know in the comments below, give this video a thumbs up or down to let me know your feedback, check out more content you may like as well, and subscribe for more on PlayStation. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hyped!